Good morning and happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday morning, y'all. How was everybody's day yesterday? Hopefully everybody had a good day Tuesday. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Good morning, Jules. Good morning, Grace. Good morning. Good morning. How's Grace this morning? Good morning, Lisa. How's Jules? Good morning. Good morning. I was running a little behind because I was getting stuff ready for good morning, Margaret. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Eliza. Good morning. Good morning, Samuel. How we all doing this morning? Yes, I was running a little late. I was getting my stuff ready because I'm actually going to go sew with the Quilts of Valor. Tell me you made it back okay. Tell me you made it back okay. You were coming back. Did you go and come back yesterday or no? Good morning, Miss Cynthia. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Irie. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. It's so nice to see you guys. You have not missed anything. I was running a little late, Miss Cynthia. I was running a little late. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the heart me. Good morning. How we all doing this morning, y'all? Good morning, Tina. Good morning. It is Tuesday morning. And we have a little plan change today, guys. Good morning, Renee. Good morning, Jimmy. How are you? Good morning, Barbara. Coffee. Thank you for that coffee. I needed coffee this morning. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, coffee. And first off, I want to do a huge shout out to all y'all. We got almost 250,000 taps yesterday. Good morning, Marnie. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, I made it back. Tucson to Dallas to Little Rock to Denver. Oh my gosh, coolest dad. You're probably tired this morning. Good morning, Crystal. -7 in Ohio, guys. It is -7 in Ohio. That's a little cold. That is a little cold, guys. Okay, so I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, guys, because I just don't think I can't wrap my head around the idea of how I create the quilted hoodie. As y'all know, I'm not a seamstress. I am not a seamstress. I love the jacket, don't get me wrong, that we made, but I can't figure out in my head. So we're going to delay that a little bit. And if one of you guys wants to reach out, thanks for the heart me. If one of y'all wants to reach out and give me a little help on instruction on that, because I'm having issues. I can't wrap my head around the fact of how to actually come and do that. So hold on a minute. Hold on 1 minute, guys. Hold on. Giving you a new choice. Come on. We've got lots of chickens. Come on. And here. I'm giving him a chew toy. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll work. Okay, I'm back. Thank you. Okay, anyways, guys, I cannot wrap my head. There's probably a video on YouTube. You know, So Unique. I've watched a few videos. I don't know. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around it. And don't get me wrong, Dimmy girl, I have the hoodie. I have the quilt. I am ready to make one, but yeah, I'm not, I just cannot figure out how, guys. I can't figure it out. So we're going to have to delay today's schedule. I apologize, but it's beyond my head right now. And I can't figure it out. So I hope you guys, thank you, Ira. You're a sweetheart. Thank you. Good morning, Maddie. Good morning. So I haven't figured out what we're doing today. I did want to show you a few things. I got my bag out because needless to say, I'm taking Husky over to a sewing. Thanks, Grace. I, give me a quilt block, give me some fabric, tell me to make something of it. I can do that. But you want me to go by a pattern? Y'all, I know I have issues with patterns. So I haven't figured it out. Well, thank you, Margaret. Thank you. So I will figure it out. I promise, guys. I promise, because I have a couple ideas in my head. What we can do, but we're gonna have let me try a few things. I don't know. Who knows? But I want to show you a couple things because I'm gonna go sew with the Quilts of Valor today. And if y'all don't know what the Quilts of Valor is it's a bunch of people to get together that make quilts for veterans. So they actually came to one of the board of supervisors meetings a few months back. And I went and volunteered my time. I'm like, I want to join you guys. I want to join you guys and help you guys sew for veterans because I love supporting the veterans. I'm a veteran, all my fellow veterans out there. A shout out to all y'all. So thank you for your services. And so needless to say, I was like, I volunteered. I was like, I want to come join this group. So they're like, well, we only do it once a month and it's on Tuesday. And I'm like, not a problem. I'll take a day off. So I'm taking a day off work today and I am going to go sew with the Quilts of Valor. But on top of that, they want to gift me one. And I'm like, guys, you don't need to gift me one. I like to make quilts myself. So, but they're bound and determined. So needless to say, I'm going to be getting a quilt today. So I'll be excited to show y'all the quilt tomorrow. So I'm excited. I love quilts. So I'll take one. That's very cool. Their appreciation. So very cool. Y'all are on a tapping rendezvous this morning too. You're already at 8K. Y'all, yesterday was crazy. So big shout out to all y'all yesterday for almost hitting 250K taps yesterday. That was crazy. So thank you for that. Thank you. So, but let me show you a couple things. Yesterday didn't quite go as planned, but it still went okay. So let me show you what I got done yesterday. And then we'll figure out something today. And I'm going to show you a couple things we're going to work on. Maybe we'll work on my controversial American flag quilt. Who knows? Because I started that one too. Need coffee. So, okay. First thing I want to show you is, so I stitched this out and I had it for sale. Nobody's bought it yet, but I had it for sale. Check this out, guys. I'm going to take it out of the frame because it's going to have to be reframed anyways, because I want you guys to see the stitching. See the stitching here. Because this thing came out. I stitched this out. It took me, I think, 2 weeks, I think, to stitch this out. Y'all, there's a lot of stitches in this thing. Hold on. That out of there. So check this out, guys. So I'm trying to decide. I might throw this in the middle of like a quilt or something. I don't know. But this stitched out, like I said, it took me 2 weeks. And I stitched this out when I had my 10 needle. So I had the Baby Lock 10 needle, and y'all, it still took me 2 weeks because, I mean, literally everything you see is a stitch. So, and there's probably 4 or 5 different layers in these animals. They are just gorgeous, right? Is that not gorgeous? Trying to remember, I think Embroidery Library is where I got it. I believe. I don't remember. Thank you, Irie. So I'm thinking, good morning, Ronnie. I'm thinking maybe I center a quilt with it. What do you guys think I should do with this? Because I want to do something with this. So, okay. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you. Yeah. Margaret's saying it is Embroidery Library, guys. So, but like I said, it takes a long time to stitch, but I have to say, I was bound and determined that I was going to do this. So put it on a bag. I could do a bag. I don't know. So many. Thank you for the heartbeat. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. And like I said yesterday, stitch intensive use for pillow cover. So that's what I was doing. I'm thinking I may change it to a wall hanging. Center of a quilt is good. I don't know. We're gonna contemplate this. I may look at some fabric. I may see if I can find some fabric for this. So good morning, Miss Lisa. Good morning. So I don't know. I think it'd be beautiful wall hanging. Yeah, I'm thinking wall hangings because it's on what do you call that? Pleather. It's on pleather. But we can mix fabrics. So I'm almost thinking wall hanging too. It'd be cool to be hung behind like the size of a like a baby quilt or something. You could do we could do some, I don't know, we'll figure out a square. I don't know, because I'm thinking browns. We need browns on this one. I'm thinking we need browns for this. So we're gonna come up with something on this. We're gonna come up with something on this though. So we'll keep posted on this. Would bring this camera sure. I apologize. There you go. Oh, and I need to unmirror you guys. There you go. Is that better? So yeah, lots and lots of stitches in this thing, guys. But like I said, this is one of my most favorited things that I have ever stitched out. So definitely worth the time. It's like I said, it's time intense, y'all. But the nice thing is with your sewing machines now, your embroidery machines, you turn them off and you turn it back on, it starts exactly where you stopped. It's a scary thing, especially if you like lose power or something and you're like, oh my gosh, I was in the middle of that. Don't worry about it. It goes back and it starts exactly where you stopped. So you will definitely need it with this one. So very big design. Very cool. So anyways, I had to share this with you guys because wall hanging for a back of a jacket or a guide. That would be cool. So can't do it on the back of a jacket because it's already stitched on here because you'd have to stitch it on that. But anyways, I'm loving this thing. It's kind of cool. So we're going to figure out, I'm thinking I need to find, I'm sitting here looking at this. We could find some browns, maybe even some blues. I don't know. Barefoot square quilt pattern with it. Barefoot square quilt pattern. Send me that. So unique. Because I don't know what that one is. Send me that one because I don't know what that one is. I'd like to see. I would like to see what that one is. Okay. Anyways, so thank you. So we'll figure out something with this. Maybe we'll work on it next week. Maybe reds and green. Ooh, reds and greens would be cool too. Reds and greens would be cool. I may have to look. I might have to look today. I don't know. We'll have to look. Maybe I'll get some ideas from the quilt ladies I see today too. So I'm gonna leave it out of the frame because I'm not gonna put it back in this frame, but I will keep this frame just in case we want to frame something else. Because what I was doing for a while, I was actually embroidering wall hangings back in here and taking them to the craft shows. And I had quite a few people that wanted the embroidered wall hangings, so it came out kind of cool. Okay, so we're going to take that. I'm going to put that down here. So, and then, so yesterday, I have a baby quilt. I have a baby quilt that somebody asked for. So the baby quilt, where are we at? So this is the baby quilt. Let me back y'all up a little bit. I'm going to back y'all up just a little bit here. There we go. So this is the baby quilt that I did yesterday. There's a saying on it. I will read the saying for you guys. I'll kind of show you. But the saying on it, it said, I don't know the saying, but it says, Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. I'm halfway crazy over the love of you. So I think her name is actually Daisy. So, but I've never heard of it, but I had to get it from her twice because it didn't really, it's a song. Okay, Cynthia. But anyway, so I'm going to have to quilt this. I got to quilt this. Thank you, So Unique. I appreciate it. Thank you. I love new ideas. I love new ideas. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So anyways, so we have that one. We have a flash go. You love that song. Send that song to me, Lisa, because I don't think I've ever heard the song. I don't think I've ever heard the song. So, okay. So other thing I worked on yesterday is something fun, y'all. Something fun. So, you know, we're doing the American flag quilt. Y'all, what do you think of this bicycle built for two? I'm thinking this came out cool. It was also on the movie 2001 Space Odyssey. I don't think I've seen that. I don't think I've seen this. But so I'm thinking if we do this. So this is an X block, guys. Oh, you think that's the name of the song? Okay, Jules. So let me show you guys, because I'm thinking, and this maybe we'll work on this today. I don't know. So because we have this, because I have all these strips we got to get cut. But y'all, I'm thinking, because I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Because we have these squares that I'm going to cut out. And I think on each one of these squares, I'm going to cut each one of these squares out. And then I'm thinking we'll do the that one fun block like I just did on that baby quilt. So we'll do the same block on that with this, but I'm thinking these blocks coordinate. And then if we take, and we have all the patches too, but I'm thinking, hold on, let me doom. Because if we take, I'm going to fold this the other way. No. So I'm going to take this way because I want to see, because we're going to have this with this. Guys, I'm thinking it's going to coordinate. What do you guys think? I'm thinking it's going to coordinate. Thank you, Miss Lisa. Because I think if we add, so we'll add these, because this will be the center. This is going to be the center. So, and then we will add these squares around it. And then I'm going to take 4 of those other squares and put on each corner there. So, it's probably going to end up bigger than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. That is okay. So, oops. So, but we can work on these today. You guys okay if we work on these today? I was trying to think of something that we could add. So, but, and then they want a patch. We could put a patch on each corner. So if you see the patch. So we'll be adding a patch on 4 corners too. So, yeah, I think it's going to be cool. I'm kind of excited to make it. So And I'm with you guys. Whoever said, because I was kind of worried about it because we're doing it on American flag, but whoever said let them keep scrolling, we're going to say let them keep scrolling because we're going to make the American flag quilt. So, and then if we need extra strips, I got extra fabric, y'all, because I have the blue fabric. I've got the red fabric with the stars. And then the American flag fabric. So I think it'll be cool. So, but we can work on, like I said, I was going to do the quilt jacket today, but I don't know. My husband wants me to make a new harness for the dog. Shall we try that? We can try that. What do you want to do? Do we want to sew or do we want to make a harness? I'll let you guys choose. That sounds something different. Okay. We can do a harness. Why not? We'll do a harness. Come here, Blazer. So let me grab this stuff. I'm going to move this stuff over to here. Grab this stuff. And I'm going to make this stop moving because following me. It is following me. Stop following me. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to move him over. We're going to take the harness off the dog. Move this over here. This stuff out of the way. Come here. Come here. We're going to see how this works. Okay. So this is what we're looking at. So we have this harness on here, and as you can see, he's starting to outgrow it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this harness off. Mr. Derek, yeah, I'll tell him. It was his choice today. It was his choice today. He doesn't like the sound of the Velcro. He's like, no Velcro. Okay, so we're going to take that off. We're going to take that off. We're going to say good morning. We're going to say good morning. We're going to say good morning. I know. Yeah, say good morning. Good morning. Say good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I know. Okay, go play. Okay, so his idea, I'm going to show you his idea. So his idea was to use some pleather. So to make, he goes, it'll actually be more durable and it's soft on the inside. We could add some fabric to the inside too. So I don't know. We're going to try it out and see what happens. We're going to try it out and see what happens there. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this. We're going to take this right here. So here is the harness. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this. We're going to lay it out on this piece of pleather. We're going to draw a line, but we're going to extend it out. I'm thinking a couple inches. We're going to extend it out a couple of inches on there, and we're going to see what we can come up with. We'll see what we can come up with. I don't know if we add. I don't know. We're gonna play around with it. We will play around with it. So, are you going to embroidery his name on it? Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Vinyl isn't breathable though. Won't that get too hot for the little one in Arizona? I love the idea. Excited. So we'll just use it for this winter. We'll use it for this winter, Jenna, because he's gonna outgrow this one fairly quick too. He'll outgrow this one fairly quick. So we'll go ahead and do this one for this winter, and then we'll make another one for this summer. So yeah, we'll put his name on it. We'll definitely put his name on it. We could put it in, I don't know. We'll look and see. Let's go ahead and, but thanks, Jenna. I appreciate that. You're right though. So cool print, right? This was my trip to, what do you call it? Florida. My trip to Florida. That was that one. So let me turn you guys. Quit chewing on things, dude. I'm fixing to make you something. Watch out. Watch out. He's like, no, I don't want to watch out. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to move you down that way. Move you down that way. Okay. So we're going to take this. Thinking, can you guys see? You guys can see. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to, oh, by the way, look what I found. I found my really nice scissors. I found my really nice scissors in my quilt bag. Oh. Okay. So I'm thinking I got a mess here, guys. I found keychains too. I'm like, hey, keychains. I got your keychains. The things you find from your quilts, because that bag I was using for the quilt, for the craft fairs that I was doing. Okay, so we're going to do that. I'm thinking. So we're going to go out a little further. We're going to go out a little further. It is, right? It is. Yeah, I was in Florida, 6 months ago? Somewhere around there? I can't remember when I went. Derek and I went. I'm wondering if I... So I'm thinking, I don't know if this is going to work. We're gonna play with it, guys. We're going to play with it and find out. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to go out. We're going to go out a couple inches here. Am I drawing a straight line? Probably not, but that's okay. Be like, Derek, you're the one that got me doing this one. We're going to see if it works out. Hopefully it works out. We're just going to go out a little bit from where it's at now. Hey, no. No. Come on. Come here. Quit chewing on that. Don't hurt me. You're as bad as a kid. Mom, no. Okay. It's like tracing. Thing is that you're trying to stay the same amount all the way around this thing. That one I got a little, oh gosh, that was bad. Looks like I've been drinking or something. Maybe I need to drink more coffee is what it is. Okay, there, okay. So what is the top? So the top, that's the top. So this is top. We're gonna mark the top because otherwise I'm gonna get it going and I'm like, I have no idea. I have no idea. I know the smaller section is the top section, so I'm not going to use my other scissors for this. So some of the comments were filtered, guys. I don't know what got filtered, so we're going to trim this out of there. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm thinking, so do I put in, I don't know, do I put another piece of fabric on the back of it or do I just bind it? Do we just, because we could put another piece of fabric on the back side of it, turn it right side out. We'll probably put his name on here first. Because if we did the turn it right side out, then we wouldn't have to bind it. That'd probably be best, huh? That would probably be best. Good morning. Good morning. So y'all, we're doing something a little different today. The original plan was a quilted hoodie, but I couldn't wrap my head around it. So we're going to come back to that one. We're going to come back to that one and as soon as I figure it out. So if you guys have good videos or something, please send them to me because I do want to make it. I just couldn't figure it out in my head. It was just, I don't know. It's there. I know it's there, but we'll see. I got to figure out how. So we're going to have to put a hook on the back for the leash. We should probably put all those things on here first before we put the other side. I don't know if this is going to work, guys, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out. I have all this vinyl. I don't know what to do with it, so I do have some bags. We can make some bags. They're already cut out, too. They're already cut out, so if this doesn't work, we'll go to making the wallets. We'll go to making the wallets. There we go. That is kind of scary. That one's kind of scary. It is. It's the vinyl that I got in did you extend the tabs? So the tabs, where's the tabs? So the tabs are actually on what do you call it? I don't know. I got to see if I have any of these. I got to see if I have any of these. I don't know. Because I made it fairly bigger. So this one, that one has, let me see what I got because we have could almost do, I think we could probably do one of those there. We could probably do one of those there. Have I got? What have I got here? Buttons. Buttons, buttons, buttons. That. I'm probably asking for more than I should. I don't know. I'm freaking myself out here, guys. I'm freaking myself out. I think we might use that. Use that. I need some clips. I need a clip. I'm digging through stuff, guys. I am digging through stuff. Hold on. I need these are all zippers. I say we're going to do this, and then I don't have everything I need to do this. Sure, we can do that. You knucklehead, Carrie. Maybe we could use that. Might be able to use that. I just don't have, I don't think I have the clips that I need. Because I need the clips to be able to add. And I don't want to take them off the other harness, because if I take them off the other harness, then I won't be able to use that harness. But yeah, sure. What's that? That will not work. Tim. Well, guys, I don't know. Maybe I'm asking too much. Maybe. Okay, I give up. I give up, guys. This is one of those mornings that trying to think. Sounded like a good idea. Problem is, don't know how I'm gonna connect. Because I can actually do this. I'm gonna use some of Jelly Roll rope. We could put this here, because that right there would give me my, that would do the leash part of it. That would do the leash. You ever feel lost? I think I'm lost this morning, guys. Trying to think. Because what I could do is we also have these too. Use the rings off the key. Velcro. That I don't have the Velcro. That's my problem. I don't have Velcro. I do not have Velcro. We may have to come back to this project because I don't have that Velcro. We need Velcro. Blazer, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. We're going to stand you here. Because if I put that there. Hold on. Sit. Sit. He's like, no. Sit. If I put that there. Nope. Hold on. That comes around there. And that comes around there. What? What? He's like, what? 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 I think it might need to be. I'm too scared to remove it from the old harness. What about put it on the side for another time and do the quilt? Don't stress. Thanks, Pearl. I think we might do that. I think we might do that because I'll be like, you know what? I don't think we can do that today. We'll do it another day. I promise. You know, we have so many things. We're gonna do it another day. We're gonna sew quilt squares. I hear with Pearl. Thanks, Irie. I appreciate you guys. I'm trying to figure these things out, and just not my day. Not my day. Yeah, I know, right, Cynthia? I was like, what? What? Wait, you want your harness back on? We'll put it back on. We'll leave it off for today. We'll leave it off for today. We do have those days. I'll tell you, it's one of those days. We're gonna cut squares. We're gonna cut squares. So, have y'all done? Who out there has done an X block? Who out there has done an X block? We're not going for a walk right now. No, go play. Right, we might have to do that, Cynthia. We might have to do that. So, okay. So X block. On the X block. So remember how I told you guys use plexiglass for your rulers? Check this out. So this is a piece of plexiglass that you go to your local hardware store. If you go to your local hardware store and say, hey, I need a square this size, they will cut the square for the exact size that you needed. And then just draw the lines. Just take and draw the lines that you need on that square. So, because what I did is I printed the thing offline, and then I just took a permanent marker and put the lines on here. So, thanks, love me. Thank you. I'll check that out. Yeah. So, $2. I mean, or I think it's like $2 for one for a plexiglass. Or I mean, depending on how much they charge, but just remember when you do get the plexiglass, there's a piece of film on the front and the back. Remove that film. Remove that film on there. So, but works out really well. So, plexiglass, guys. Plexiglass. So, anyways, so this is an X block pattern. What did I do? They're over there. Let me grab those. So, because we all know how expensive quilt squares are. Quilt squares can get a little pricey. So that is a good point for you guys to I'm gonna move you over here so I can get my strips. Get my strips here. And that way, and I'll show you and I'll tell you guys I'm gonna get this too because we might be doing a few of these. We might have time to do a few of these. Thank you guys for hanging out with me because I don't know. It's one of those days, I guess. Hopefully it doesn't go that way with my sewing today with Quilts of Valor. Hopefully. So I don't know. Work's been really stressful lately, and I think it's just stressing me out. So I need to quit stressing, guys. I need to quit stressing. Okay. So I'm going to put that there. And I think what we're going to do. So thank you. Thank you for the heart me. They are love me. They are completely they can get you out of there. So the price on these on rulers are crazy. And y'all, all you got to do is you get your square 10-inch square. The I have the ruler that I had them cut for me. I had them cut me a ruler that was 3 3/4 inches wide because I took the day off to go sew with the Quilts of Valor. So I am taking, my husband helped me load my sewing machine up in the car. And I am going to go sew for the day with the Quilts of Valor ladies. So I joined their group, and thank you, Cynthia. You're a sweetheart. So that is, gummy bears. I like gummy bears. I like cinnamon bears. Cinnamon bears are my favorites. So, but yeah, so what I did is I had them cut a 3 3/4 inch long or wide, and I measured the width of the fabric, and I went a couple inches longer. I can't remember the exact length of it, but that's what the X block. So if you want to do an X block, which is this square is, you need 3 3/4 inch wide strips, okay, with the width of the fabric. So 3 3/4 inch strips. Good morning. Can you do a sock hoop? Why not? Why not? We'll do that after we cut these. Why not? Yeah, there you go. There you go. Hey guys, Lowe's. She's saying Lowe's does it for you. So if you have a Lowe's nearby, I don't have Lowe's, Home Depot. I'm an hour away from anything. I'm in the middle of nowhere. So I have an Ace Hardware. So yeah, check that out, guys. So this square right here, okay? So I'm going to tell you the exact measurements. This square, 3 3/4 inches, okay? Write that down, 3 3/4 inch strips, okay? You can make a quilt out of, I think it's 12 squares. You need 12 squares will give you a lap quilt. 12 squares will give you a lap quilt, y'all. So 3 3/4 inch strips. And so I got a ruler cut that was 3 3/4 inches wide, because trying to go on the thing with 3 3/4 inches drives me crazy. So I got me a ruler that was 3 3/4 inches. And then I got me a, thanks for the follow. And then I got me a plexiglass quilt square. And this quilt square is 7.5 inches. It's a 7.5 inch block, a 7.5 inch block on there. So, and then for the lines, I went and found the X block thing. So, but if you can't find it, let me know. Let me know. So then I drew the lines on there with a permanent marker. Every once in a while, I got to go back and draw the permanent lines on there again. Nail polish works out really well too. Just do like a nail polish on there and it doesn't go anywhere. So, so then, oh, and it says 7.5. I'm a knucklehead. It says 7.5 inch. So then what you do is you sew all your strips together, and I'll show you here. You sew all your strips together. And make it a point. So on your square, where did my square go? Where did my square go? There it is. So on your square, whichever one, whatever you want in as a star, make sure it's on the outside of those 3 strips. Make sure whatever one you want in that middle, that strip is on the outside. Because if that strip is not on the outside, see how this flags are on the middle of that strip, of the 3 strips together? You see where that ends up? So the red could go in the middle and the blue could go in the middle, okay? So just make sure whatever one you want to be the star in that middle. And there's a few different ways that you could actually create this. There's a few different ways you could actually create this. But let me show you how to cut this. Let me show you how to cut this, because we're going to take and we're going to lay this out, and we need this block. We need that block. So we're going to lay that out there. We're going to lay it out like this. And I'm going to make sure you guys can see this. So you're going to lay it out like this. You're going to take your X block. And on this X block, as you see, they're not straight. So they go sideways. So what you do is you line it up this way. So you line it up with your strips. So you line that middle strip in the middle of that strip that you have on here, and you're turning it crooked. You're turning it crooked because what you're going to end up doing is you're cutting blocks that look like this. You're cutting blocks that look like this. So we're going to get all these cut. And then once we get all these cut, we'll probably, I'm thinking we're going to do some of the blue in the middle and some of the red in the middle and mix it up a little bit. So, but that, I think that's what we're going to do. Thank you. Thank you very much for the repost. Y'all, I'm on my goal. So I'm on my goal. I want to hit 10,000. My daughter-in-law is at 9,000 on hers. So I was like, is there any way to get there before she does? I don't think so. But if you guys give me a follow, make sure you give me a follow. I'm trying to reach the 10,000. I am so close. I'm getting closer. So thank you. Thank you for the follows. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'm going to love this. I'm excited because it's actually going to hang in where my husband works. So it's going to hang there. So turn this way. And this is where a rotary cutter comes into play, guys. This is where a rotary cutter comes into play. Otherwise, what you're doing is you're walking around your table. You're walking around your table or you're turning the piece of fabric. So we're cutting these. So now what we're going to do is we'll go down and we'll cut all these. So I said, the ruler is it. The ruler is it. 3 3/4 inch strips. 3 3/4 inch strips. And then you do a 1/4 inch seam. And y'all, you got to press those seams open. You have to press those seams. You have to press them. You have to make sure when you sew these together, you got to press them and you got to press those seams open. If you do not press the seams open on this, it will not cut up correctly. It will not cut up correctly. So make sure you press those seams open. So now what we'll do is we're going to take that ruler and turn sideways. You can see, like I said, and you're going to see this rotary cutter. The original pattern has you using those pieces for something. I don't think I'll use them, but and you get 5 squares out of 1 strip. You get 5 squares out of 1 strip. So I always do, I do 9 strips. I do 9 strips because if you do 9 strips, I think you get 12 squares. I think if I'm calculating it correctly, you get 12 squares out of 9 strips. I think I'm calculating in my head here, guys. But I seem to remember I always do 9 strips. 9 strips is what I always cut. Laser. Hey. Chew on something. Why do you got to chew on things that's not yours? I give you toys, and you chew on everything that is not yours. You're like, hey, let me chew on this. Let me chew on this. You could create, so if you, as you see, I use the heck out of this. But if you don't have one, you can create yourself a Lazy Susan. You know the Lazy Susans that you have in, can you please repeat the measurements for the ruler? 7.5 inch ruler, 7.5 inch ruler. And then the other one is 3 3/4 inches. So, and then it would be 3 3/4 inches by, let's say 3 3/4 by 20, do 24. So 3 3/4 by 24 for the ruler. But anyways, if you don't have one of these turning mats, if you don't have one of these turning mats, I'm going to put a new blade in here. The Lazy Susans, go into your local hardware store. They have the Lazy Susan piece. Get you a piece of that. I think it's a couple bucks for that. And you could get one of those. My husband actually made me a big one for when I had a lot of space. I had a big one that I could do because there's a lot of times I'm like, I wish this was bigger. I could only do a 10-inch square on this one. You were welcome, Dolly. I wish I could have done a bigger one on it. So, but you can create yourself a Lazy Susan for just a couple bucks because you could just get you, you know, the round pieces that you can get, the round cutting boards. You could get those round cutting boards, get you a Lazy Susan. It's just a little thing. It's if you go into the local hardware store and ask them for a Lazy Susan thing, it's like $2-3 for that thing. So, and then you just take and add it to, you need a piece of wood that goes on the bottom because you'll need something that goes down here. So you get that piece there. 71. Oh my gosh. 71K. We're at 56K on my side. Crazy, coolest dad. I don't know why. Sometimes it does that. But anyways, get you a piece. I'd say probably, half the size of the top one. That way you put your Lazy Susan on that one, and then you put this one on top, and then you have your Lazy Susan. That one works out really well. So anyways, just I'm giving y'all ideas for that you can get all these tools for just a few dollars instead of spending. I wished I would have known that before I got this one. Trust me, as you can see, I use the heck out of this one. I've had it for, gosh, when did I get this one? Mid 2000s. So probably 15 years. Yeah, I've probably had it 15 years. So, but as you can see, it's a Lazy Susan. They don't go bad. They work. So, whoever came up with the idea was a genius. So, genius, guys. So I only did 6 strips because I'm not doing the whole quilt out of this. But I think we'll have enough of the squares. Out of this. Blazer, quit chewing on that. Chew on something else. No. Hold on a minute. He's like, no, I'm going to chew on that. Stay there. Quit chewing on that. No. Chew on that. No. What we're going to do? I'm going to come this way so you can't chew on that. How about that? All your toys in there. There you go. Come on. Yeah, I'm closing the door so you can't even get in there. You're locked in the sewing room with us. I'm locking him in the sewing room. Stay there. Okay. There we go. Oops. Stay there. Okay. That way. How did you come up with the name of your dog? My husband actually named him. No. So what did he say? Blazer, or there was 2 different names. Blazer, or what was the other name? Trying to remember what the other name was. You should, Cynthia. You should. I'm trying to remember, what was the other name? I can't remember. I'll think of it. I will think of it. Quit, dog. Oh, I need to put a new blade in here. We're going to do this one, then I'm going to put a new blade. Okay. He's like, oh, hey. It's funny. The door is clear, so he can see into it. Beauregard. That one's cool. We're going to put, those are 60 millimeters. Those are too big. 45 millimeters. So we're going to put a new blade. I cut myself on one of these one time. Ooh. Stay there. I like this cutter because the blade stays in. So the blade stays in and it doesn't come off until you push down on it, So I'm going to take that. I'm going to take and wrap in that, and I'm going to put it in the trash there. Okay. Let's try this again, guys. Try this again. You have the square one, but I want the round one. Yeah, I'll tell you, these are like a lifesaver. These are like a lifesaver, guys. Go this way. Go this way. Okay. Y'all, you see how much? You don't realize how dull your rotary cutter is until you put a new blade in there, and then it's like, oh, hey, ha, that cuts so much better. That cuts so much better. Thank y'all for hanging out this morning. So we're working on, these are 3 3/4 inch strips, 7.5 inch ruler here. I said I only did 6 of the squares. Can you sharpen a blade instead of replacing it? You can. They have blade sharpeners. I've never really had very much luck with them. But anybody else have luck with sharpening your blades? Because yeah, blades can be very pricey too. He said I had one of those blade sharpeners and I tried it and I couldn't get the daggum thing to work. Good morning, Dee. How are you? Good morning, guys. On that last square, you can just go around. What are you doing, dude? What? You either, yeah. Good morning, Shirley. What? I don't have anything. No. Go play. So we have 2 more to do. 2 more. He's like, you locked me in the sewing room. Hot flash. And sometimes it won't be exactly perfect, but it's okay because your seam allowance will fix that for you. So it'll be okay. And you always want to try and cut the same way. So if you started with the red over there, keep going with the red over there. You started with the blue, keep going with the blue. That way they all cut the same. Take a nap, dude. Take a nap. Once we get these this way, we'll take and sew them all together. I'll show you guys how they sew together. I'm trying to decide if I should do a couple blue, a couple red, or just do them all blue in the middle. Maybe we should just do them all blue in the middle. Dollar Tree has round wood plaques, Lazy Susan bottoms, and cutting mats to make your own. Awesome. Marnie is saying that you guys check out the dollar store. Do you have a potty pad? I do have a potty pad in here with me. Thank you for that, because I could have very well forgot it. I could have very well forgot it. I had never used potty pads, but I have to say, living in a fifth wheel, the potty pads are lifesavers, y'all. So we're actually talking about, I put my mat on glass once and my blade wouldn't cut it all. Really? Huh. I never even thought about, because it has nowhere to go, huh? It doesn't have that. I didn't think about that. I'm assuming you had like a glass kitchen table. Dude, no. He's like, what? Oh, got you. We had a glass kitchen table at one time until Derek and the kids were moving at one time and the thing shattered and it was a huge kitchen table. So, but anyways, Marnie is saying, go check out Dollar Tree has round wood plaques, lazy Susan bottoms, and cutting mats to make your own rotary cutting mat. Check that out, guys. Check that out. So anyways, so we are contemplating moving back out of the fifth wheel, guys. We are contemplating, and it's all due to my sewing. It's all due to my sewing, guys, because I'm taking up too much space. It was funny because I told him, I was like, well, I can quit sewing. And he goes, are you kidding me? He goes, you'd drive me nuts. You would drive me nuts. So anyways, the sewing is our retirement. The sewing is hopefully going to be our retirement. So it'll be our extra income for our retirement we're doing. So on the bottom of here, I have rough tape on the bottom too. No, you can't quit, Jules. You found cool. Cynthia found a do-it-yourself rotary mat. Would you be buying the same area you're in? No, I don't know. We're looking at maybe to the valley. We're maybe either looking at Gold Canyon or I want to live off Tangerine in Tucson. I want to live off Tangerine Road in Tucson. That's the area I like in Tucson. So I'm gonna move up there by Coolestad. I don't know where he lives, but kind of the two depends. I don't know. It all depends. It's up in the air. So I've always commuted, so I don't mind commuting. So I lived in Green Valley before. It's like, oh yeah. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate the follows. Y'all, like I said, I'm on my way to 10,000. I want to hit 10,000. I am going to get there. That is my goal, is to get to 10,000. So y'all have helped me get this far. And I have to say, I love our community we have built here. You guys are like family to me. And I appreciate y'all every morning. I appreciate y'all every morning. Dude, calm down. Take a chill pill. You're okay. Would that be a better commute for you? Well, no, because I'm only 10 minutes from work right now. So, but I have never been 10 minutes from work, y'all. Every job I have ever worked, the closest I have ever been to a job is maybe hour and a half. Usually I was commuting 2 to 2.5 hours one way. So, and I have to say it, I kind of miss it because that's when, that's 10 minutes away. They are building a Walmart in that area. I'm on Twin Peaks and, oh, very cool. Very cool. I'll keep you posted, Coolest Dad. I'll keep you posted. But anyways, they're, now I forgot what I was saying. Anyways, see, I'm a scatterbrain this morning, guys. I am a scatterbrain. Long drives. Oh, yes. Long drives. Yes. So on my long drives, I like to, who's messaging me this morning? What are the, Hold on. Work stuff, guys. Work stuff. There, yeah. Anyways, can't even go there right now. I think that's what's getting me right now is things that are going on at work are driving me nuts. Yeah, I know. My dog is mad at me right now. My dog is mad at me right now. I know. I like the fact I'm not buying. We won't be buying. We'll be renting. So I would plan out my day driving into work and then winding up. So I love to listen to books. I love to listen to the book. I got one block done this weekend. I also got a book that has, oh, very cool, Nikki. Very cool. I actually got, I actually ordered another book that, of squares that we're going to do. So, and I'm going to share. I like to share. So we're going to do that. So, as soon as I get it in, we'll have some fun with that. So. Good morning, Shannon. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, right? So, okay. So now we're going to lay these quilt squares out. We're going to lay the quilt squares out, and I'm going to show you guys, how we do this. So they said, so this is the quilt square that we created. And I'm going to show you all the different quilt squares that you can create on here. I'll show you all the different quilt squares. Shannon, you hit 500 comments. That's awesome. Thank you. On here. But yeah, back to the commuting. When I used to commute, I used to do, listen to books. I love listening to books, especially series. Y'all. So there is an author. She's actually from Bisbee, Arizona, Joanna Brady. She, it's J.A. Jance. J.A. Jance is the author. Joanna Brady is the series. Check it out. It is phenomenal. I love it. And I don't know if I liked it a lot just for the fact of, good morning, Miss Abby, just for the fact of that it's in Arizona. And I kind of, thanks for the follow, Randy. And I knew the areas that she was talking about in the book, and it just made it that cool. It just made it kind of cool. So, but anyways, back to here. So back to here. Here we go. So this is the quilt square. Let's put that down. I'm going to put that down. So we're going to put, so like I said, so we did it with the blue in the middle. Okay. We did it with the blue in the middle. Let's show it. Let's do it with red in the middle. As I said, we can do, I'm trying to think if we want it. So in order to do that, so you put one square this way, and then you turn the next square. You turn that next square, you put it right there. And you turn the next one. You just keep turning that square. And then you end up with that star. Is that not cool? It's kind of cool how that works. So we can do books on, yes, it's kind of cool. So we can do red ones in the middle, or we can do, because we can also do this. We can take and do part of it. We could do like the two blue and red that way. It's kind of cool. Quit. What is your problem, dude? He's like, pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Another option that you could do is you could take and do this way and turn it this way. I mean, there's so many different options because I'm thinking, let's flip this around. We're going to flip this around this way. Flip this one around this way. And then you have it that way. So there is a lot of different blocks that you can make with just 3 strips. You never would have thought that just 3 strips would give you that. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool how that works. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate the heart me. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Now we've hit 70K, Mr. Coolest Dad. Thank you guys for all the taps. Like I said, big shout out to y'all yesterday. Big shout out to y'all yesterday because I have never hit over 2,000 taps. That was crazy. That was crazy. Okay. So thank you. Thank you, love me. So I'm thinking we do them all blue in the middle. I'm thinking we do them all blue in the middle. Because the blue in the middle, that way. Because I already started the one with the blue in the middle. And I'm thinking we do all of them. I think so, Cynthia. I think so. Thanks, Coolest Dad. You're awesome. So I'm thinking we do all blue in the middle of this one. So, dude, take a chew pill. Here, I'll give you something to chew on. There you go. Go have fun. Here you go. Go have fun with that. He's like, okay. Okay. What do you guys think about all blue? Or should we do some of them red? Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Should we do half of them blue, half of them red, or do all of them blue? Help me out, guys. All blue. That's what I'm kind of thinking. I'm thinking all blue. I like the all blue in the center for that one. I think it would look so cool with using the flag. Yeah, it's going with the flag. Blue, red, blue. I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm thinking we're going to go all blue. Okay, I think the majority is all blue. Half red. Hey, Nancy. I think in the majority vote is all blue. So we're going to go all blue, guys. We are going to go all blue. Put you there. Okay, so let me turn my sewing machine on. We're going to turn the sewing machine on. How's Miss Nancy this morning? So what we're going to do is we're going to line all these up. And I'm going to show you how I do this. We're going to see how many we actually get. 1, 4. This makes just a really pretty, it's a really pretty quilt. It's a fast quilt. If you need a fast quilt to make this, you can do this quilt in a day, y'all. You can literally do this quilt in a day. He's finally laid down. I shouldn't jinx myself. Lay down and take a nap, dude. Lay down and take a nap. It's like a kid. It's like having a baby. Are we going to have enough? No, we are not. That's 2. Okay. So we have 2. We can make mug rugs out of those. We'll make mug rugs out of those. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 squares. Okay. That works. We got 7 squares. He is being a bad boy this morning. He's like, ha. He's like, hey, Mom, guess what? We're just going to have fun. Okay. So the way you do this is you take and you fold them. Fold them. We're going to make stacks. And that way we know that we're sewing down this seam right here. I'm going to put it over to the sewing machine. That way I know that I'm sewing down that seam. And we'll sew them all at once. We will sew them all at once, y'all. And then once you sew this side, you got to press them before you sew the other side. And you're pressing seams open, guys. You are pressing seams open. This quilt, some quilts you press seams open, some quilts you don't. But this one, the way it works, you have to press those seams open. You do it the same way. I learned this. My grandmother used to sew with, she used to work in a factory. So I think when she worked in the factory, she figured all these things out. So now he's going to chew on my pant leg. Really? Yeah, she worked in the jeans factory in Houston, Dallas, wherever it's at. She used to sew with one of the old Consos, those old Conso sewing machines that sit in oil, and they're just straight stitch machines. Just straight stitch machines, guys. Go that way. Okay, so we're going to go over to the sewing machine. Come over this way. Over that way. Over this way. I used to work in a sewing factory, my first job, hat factory. Oh, wow, Nancy. That is cool. Okay, so I know that I'm going to sew down this line. We're going to move. It's going to move. We're going to hit sewing. It's going to go back over. And I like those starters and stoppers, guys. I like the starters and stoppers. No, that is not a starter and a stopper for you. He's like, hey, I want one of those. I want one of those. I want one of those. So I always have a starter and a stopper. It just, that way you don't, if you ever had seen when you start sewing, sometimes it'll bunch up that fabric. So I always have a starter and a stopper so it doesn't bunch up the fabric that I'm doing. So no, find something else to chew on. I just gave you something to chew on, dude. So we're just going to do a 1/4 inch seam down all these, and then we'll take it back over to the pressing mat. And you could pin these together if you wanted. I just kind of line them up. Here. And just keep going down that side. He doesn't like being locked in the sewing room because I want to run. No, dude. Go play. Get out of back there, dude. Hey, come on. Come on. I'll be glad when we're past this stage. I love the dog, but I don't like the stages. Hey, no, come here. No, you are not going back there. Stay out of there. Here, look. Go play with that. He's going to go behind my cabinet here, and then he's going to end up unplugging something. Yeah, I think he does want all the attention. No. Stay. You are not going back there. There is nothing back there for you. No. Hey, I said no. Knucklehead, what is your problem this morning? Maybe he wants his harness back on. Maybe he wants that back on. Sorry if I'm missing comments, guys. Two more to go here. He's chasing his tail in circles. It's funny. He's like, hey, what is that? There's a tail there. Okay, we're gonna come back over here. I think he is jealous. I think he is jealous. He's like, Mom, what are you doing? You can't do that. Turn the iron on. Like I said, because you got to press these before we sew the other way. You got to press these. Take my starter off here. Dude, stop. He's like jumping up here. Seriously thinking he wants his daggum harness back on. Maybe he wants the harness back on. It's like, what did you take that off me for? Okay, so we'll get these pressed. And then we'll lay them out. And we're going to press open the seams. So we're going to press open these seams here. So we're going to turn it this way. As soon as this heats up here, I'm going to press that seam open. And I said this whole quilt is made with, go back that way. There we go. There we go. Okay. So we're going to press open that seam. Press open one more. He's in a mood today, I'll tell you. Maybe it's a full moon. Is it a full moon outside, guys? I don't think so. I think it was a full moon a couple weeks ago. Okay, so we have that one. Then you take and you lay this one there. And what you do is you turn it up. You turn it up. And what I do on this one, I actually pin. Yep, I'm going to use a pin, guys. Actually pin that center together. So I pin the center together. That way it stays right there on the center. So we'll put that over there. That reminds me, I probably should take my straight pins with me. So you take, lay it out, and then flip it over. That way you know you're stitching it the correct way. And then line it up and put you a straight pin in there. And I'm jealous of your, he is, I think he is jealous. Maybe he's jealous of me talking to you guys. Who knows? He's now pulled my flannel jacket down off the chair and he's like, and laying on it. I think you're right. Maybe he's just jealous. Maybe he's just jealous. He's going to be mad at me today because I'm putting him in the kennel when I go to go. So line it up, flip it over. I tried not lining it up and flipping it over and just sewing them together like I think they should be sewed together, and I've sewed half of them in the wrong way. Yeah, I like wide seams. I like wide seams. And as long as you sew them all together the same way, it lines up. It lines up. So I said this is going to line up around the flag. So and I have a couple other squares we're going to do also. Full moon is now February 1st. February 1st. Don't tell me something. Out of office. Out of office. Even on my days off, guys, when I'm off work, I'm still not off work. So I still have a few things today that I have to do for work. See how that goes? Line it up, line it up. But this is a very quick quilt to make. Very quick quilt to make. I've done, and the cool thing is I have done these quilts as like graduation quilts, because the fun thing is you could take these quilts and then on the center there add embroideries to the center. So good morning, thanks for joining. I appreciate you joining. We have a few new people in on our lives. So what kind of it is? Somebody was asking what kind of iron I have. Somebody was asking what kind of iron I have. I love this iron. I love that iron. Living in a fifth wheel, you're kind of limited on space. So you're limited on space on where you can have, what do you call it? Cables and stuff. So, but anyways, if anybody's new to my live, I am on Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 6:30 in the morning. We are always doing some kind of fun sewing project. It kind of changed this morning. Good morning, Christy. Good morning. I raised husky pups for years ago. They would chase a ball for a long time. You can buy a ball that moves on its own. I might have to look at that, Marnie. I might have to look at that. Yeah. Do we have? Nope, that was all. Those, we have 2 extras. So we're going to do mug rugs out of those. We're going to do mug rugs out of those. So, you know me, I like to do, so today, Christy, do you have the pattern available for this quilt? So Tabby, so I can, so it's actually an X block quilt. Hi everyone, good morning. But on here, I can tell you, so it's a 3 3/4 inch strip. So what I did is I took a 3 3/4 inch strip. I use plexiglass, guys. Anybody that's new, I take and get rulers made from plexiglass, just as the thing. So, and then this is a 7.5 inch square. So this is a 7.5 inch square. So thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks, Shirley. Okay, so now we're going to sew these together. Like I said, I have starters and stoppers in here, so I'm going to move this over here. So yeah, so you sew 3 3/4 inch strips together. And I have my replays on YT, guys. So all of my lives are replayed on YT. Finally, he is taking a nap. Taking a nap. Yes, welcome to the live. I appreciate everybody joining. Where's everybody from this morning? I am in Arizona. This morning. It's a little chilly, but somebody put that it was -7. I think -7 in Ohio. I think somebody put -7 in Ohio this morning. That's a little chilly. That Indiana. Welcome, Indiana. Good morning. Good morning. He said, if you're not giving me a follow, give me a follow. That way you're notified of my lives. Like I said, I am on Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 6:30 in the morning, Mountain Standard Time. I'm in Arizona. Time change, Ohio, and freezing. Burr, Amy. Burr, burr. Is it humid in Ohio? I have found that if it's humid, I think it's colder when it's humid. I don't know, just saying. Michigan and cold and barely above zero. Ah! Where do you live in Arizona? My son moved there last week. I live in Ohio. Yes, very cold today. Would there be a reason I can't see all the... So I have TT going and YT. So I've got both platforms going at the same time. That's why you can't see both sides. That's why you can't see both sides. I am close to the valley. I am close to the valley. Yeah, it gets warm here. It gets warm here, guys. It's so I'd say here in the hundreds, lower hundreds in the valley. I think it was year before last, it was like 120 for a month straight. It was hot. Last year wasn't too bad. Last year actually wasn't too bad. So one more, guys. He moved to Sunrise. Oh, very cool. Minnesota, -10, feels like -34. Ah, that is cold. That is cold. South Carolina, 22. Wow. I was going to ask you where Sunrise was. I'm like, I don't know where Sunrise is. I have a friend that lives in Surprise. You're learning towns. You're learning town. You're going to have to come visit. You'll have to come visit. You'll have to come visit him and be like, all right, take me to the Grand Canyon. Take me to the Grand Canyon. So stay there. Okay, so now we're going to get these all pressed. I hit a 100K. Y'all are awesome. I was thinking that too, but I don't know all of the little towns. So I was actually going to Google where Sunrise was, because I'm like, I don't know where Sunrise is. I don't know where Sunrise is, but that's okay. Okay. So let's get these trimmed apart. We'll get them pressed. Take out the pins. So we're going to press this seam open too. Press open. So what I do is I press the seam open, then I flip it over and spray a little best press on there. Press that open, flip it over. Isn't that a cool block? That's just a cool block, guys. This is going to look cool. This is going to be very, very, thanks for the heart me. Good morning, Bev. Thanks for the heart me. So y'all, this makes a really, really cool. I'm clipping a rag quilt while watching it. Awesome. How are you this morning, Lynn? Good morning. Good morning. So we have that one there. Get these all pressed out. Good morning, guys. Hey, it's like we have a sewing group every morning, y'all. We have a sewing group every morning. Y'all can sit and sew while you're sitting and watching. It's kind of cool. My tunnel vision leads me to fabric department but I always forget to get the press. Oh, I love the best press, y'all. And I like the smell of it. The smell. It's not a bad smell or anything. So I actually got a whole gallon of it from Joann when they closed out. They had one left, and I'm like, I'll take that. I'll take that. And it doesn't leave white marks or anything, so makes it kind of nice. Because some of your starches will leave those white flakes on your quilt squares. And I'm like, yeah, no. That's what happened when I tried to make my own. So I had the bright idea. I was like, well, I'll make my own. Yeah, no. Because the pattern to make your own is with VODKA. I don't know if I can say that word or not. So anyways, so I tried to make it my own because it's made out of potatoes, I guess. So, and it has starch. So needless to say, I was like, well, I can do this. Why not? Yeah, no, I wouldn't recommend it, guys. Would not recommend it. If I can try it. Yeah, no. That was a waste of a purchase is what that was. So. Anybody make I've always put those into learning. Yeah, you got to have learning experiences. Got to have the learning experiences. So. All right. More to go. What do we have on the schedule for tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Sorry I changed the schedule today. Sorry about changing the schedule today. Come on. Sometimes it does not want to press open. Turn around the other way. Turn around the other way. Nope. 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 And we'll once we get all these pressed, we only got a couple more here. Once we get them pressed, I'll lace them to how they lay out. We got to figure out how we're going to line it up with that flag. So I won't be sewing them together yet. We'll have to lay it out. I'm going to get the other quilt squares made too. And then I may get your guys' assistance. If you guys are okay with it, I'll get your guys's. I just learned it. Started my first quilt class night. Awesome. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Give us a follow. They said we are on here Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 6:30 in the morning, and we are always having fun. We are all right, Miss Lisa. Be careful, please. We are always having fun, and y'all get to see the schedule. I went out and came back in and have sound. Okay. Awesome. All right, 2 more, guys. 2 more. Anyways, thank you for letting me change the schedule today. Like I said, I will figure out that quilted hoodie. I will figure out the quilted hoodie, guys. And we will do the quilted hoodie. I think I'm going to wear my quilt jacket that I made last week. Thank you guys for help with that. But we'll add it to the schedule again. We'll add it to the schedule again. So thanks for the follows, guys. Thanks for the follows. Like I said, I'm on my way to 10,000 follows, and we are getting there. And I love our sewing community we have here in the mornings. You guys are all awesome. And I love to help you guys, and I love too. So thank you for everything. Thank you for everything. I appreciate it. One more quilt square, guys. One more quilt square. See you tomorrow. Have a great day. You too. Do you see my post before the last one about notification? Let me see. Hold on. If you click on her icon and then click on the bell and pick, well, you get notified every time on the live. Oh, well, thank you for that. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Here, I'm going to pin that. Pin. There you go. Thanks. I appreciate for the information. Y'all, there's a lot of things I don't know, so I appreciate you sharing. I appreciate it. Okay. Last one. We'll get this one pressed, and then we'll lay a couple of them out on here. We'll lay a couple of them out on here. That way we can see what they kind of look like. That way you'll know, is because, like I said, 9 strips. 9 strips will give you 12 squares, and you can have a lap quilt out of those 12 squares. It makes a really cool lap quilt. And like I said, I like to add embroideries into the middle of them. You could add the DTF transfers to the middle. Thanks for the friendship necklace. Thank you. Thank you. You're so sweet. I appreciate it. Okay. One more press. One more press. I think I'm glad we went all blue. I think I'm glad we went all blue, because I think if we would have, I think it would have been too much. I think it would have been too much on there. Because I'm thinking on 4 of these squares, we're going to add those patches. We're going to add the patches to the middle of it. So good morning, Lori. Good morning. Okay, so we have these. So like I said, let me add. So if you added, I mean, we're not going to sew these together, but I want you to see if you added those. I don't know if you can see that. You can kind of see. Can you guys see that? I'm going to pop you off there. I'm going to pop you off here. Hold on. I'm going to flip the camera. Flip camera. Okay. So as you see, that will make it kind of cool. Right? Is that not cool? That's a cool block. It is a very cool block. So thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, let me flip you guys back around. Flip you back around. Okay. And I know you guys can see that over here. So I'm going to put you guys back here. Put you guys back here. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so we are done for today. We are done for today. Move you guys back here. Move you guys back here. So, like I said, thank you for letting me change the schedule up. Thank you for letting me change the schedule up. We had fun learning this quilt square. So this quilt square, like I said, 3 3/4 inch strips. You take 3 3/4 inch, 3 3/4 and a 1/4 inch strips. So, right? Isn't it turned cool? So, we'll be making, I have something I'm working on that, and I probably will get you guys' help on that one. So, and then the other thing we're going to do is, I'm thinking wall hanging with this. So I'm thinking we're going to do, thank you for the heart, me. Good morning, Miss Debbie. So I'm thinking that we're going to do a wall hanging with this one. This one is all stitched out, y'all. This one is all stitched out. Very, very pretty. Very pretty on there. So we'll be doing a wall hanging with that one. So, but anyways, if you're not following me, give me a follow. We'll be on again tomorrow, like I said, and if you want to see my schedule, check on my bio. You'll see my schedule there. Also, I have a 2-day virtual retreat coming up, guys. 6th and 7th of February, and it's on Zoom. So if you guys want to sign up, go ahead and send me a message. I will send you the information on it. It's coming up quick. It's going to be a fun class. Somebody is going to win. There's a grand prize. I'm going to be giving prizes. There's going to be a grand prize. Somebody will get a personalized quilt, and we will make it on the live. You guys will actually see your quilt made. So one person will be winning that one, and I'll be giving away some other things too. But 2-day, first day, you will learn how to do the abstract process. That second day, you'll actually create something. So send me information or send me a message. I'll give you the information on it. I'm looking forward to class. It's going to be fun. And the nice thing is it's going to be on Zoom. So if you want to share the camera on your side, I can look and see what you're doing on there. So we can have some fun. We can have some fun on it. So anyways, y'all have a wonderful day. I will see you guys tomorrow again, 4:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Yes, see you soon. Come hang out tomorrow, guys. Come hang out. Yes, right, Cynthia? Get your scraps, thread, and bobbins. We're going to have some fun. We are going to have some, and I got to send you the information, Cynthia. I will talk to you later. Snacks and drinks. Yes. All right. All right. Love you guys. Thanks again for hanging out, and thanks for letting me change the schedule again. So bye, guys. And 100K. We hit 100K today. Thank you. Have a great day, too. Thank you, YouTube. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you. And if you're not following me, give me a follow, guys. Give me a follow.